Real estate agents, have I ever told you about the time that I generated over $40,000 from doing one open house? Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, it's Rosemary Lewis, your educator agent with eXp Realty, and this message is kind of a come to Jesus call for all of my fellow real estate agents on why it's important for us to stop being lazy sometimes and do the things that make us uncomfortable, because we will reap a huge reward. But before we get into it, y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel, especially if you're a fellow agent. A lot of the content, a lot of the things that I share here will definitely be beneficial for you and your business. So let's hop into it. So you all, about a year and a half ago, I had committed to doing an open house for a team that I was no longer with. Now, it just happened that this open house was on a day that I just was dog tired. I mean, literally, some days you feel lazy, but I was just literally exhausted. I was tired. I didn't feel like doing it. I wanted to chill with my family. It was a Sunday, yada, 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 yada. And I even had reached out to another agent to see if she would do the open house for me, and she agreed. But when I was talking to my husband about it, he's like, what are you doing anyway? You're just sitting around chilling. Go for 2 hours, honor your commitment. He checked me. He told me to honor my commitment and go and do the open house. Well, y'all, lo and behold, I went to do this open house, and that 1 2-hour stint of my time generated me over $40,000 in real estate commission, but also taught me a very valuable lesson about doing the things that you don't want to do when you don't want to do them. So let me tell you what happened. Got to the open house, and y'all, randomly, this house had not had a lot of traffic, but this day was a beautiful day and it was full of potential buyers. So in walks client A, that's what I'm going to call him, who loved the house and decided that he wanted to put in an offer, but he didn't have a realtor. So I got to be his realtor. Well, client A also had a house to sell, so I listed his house, and when I saw it, I thought about my client B, who this would be a perfect rental for them. So I sold client B, client A's house. Client B then decided to use me to put the house on the market for lease. Client C came to see the house for lease, but it didn't work out for them. However, they did not have a real estate agent, so they hired me to help them find a rental. Well, lo and behold, client C not only was looking for a rental, but they had a house to sell. They needed to take a break from home ownership for personal reasons, so I sold client C's house. Now, client D came into the picture because, remember, client B's house is still for lease. So client D came unrepresented by a real estate agent, and I was able to lease out client B's house to client D. Oh, but it gets better. I keep in contact with my clients. Honestly, they all end up being friends, and I just really care about them and their well-being. So after 1 year, client C came back to me and said, we're done renting, things have changed. Can you help us get us into a home? And I was able to do that. So this year, I also had the pleasure to help client C again, and this time they bought the perfect home. So now let's look at the number. When client A purchased their home, that was a gross commission total of $8,100. Well, when I listed client A's home and client B came, both of them allowed our brokerage to be an intermediary, so the commission for that was $12,180. Now, when client C didn't like the first house, we still went ahead and leased them a house, and the gross commission for that was $800. When client C sold their house, the commission for that was $8,100. Now, don't forget, client B still hadn't leased out their home, but then we found someone to lease it out, and that was a gross commission of $1,500. And at the very end, when client C came back to me a year later and decided to purchase, they went with the new build, and the builder was paying an extra bonus, so that was a commission of $12,150. So when we add that all up, that is how that one open house, that one day that I didn't want to do anything, netted gross commissions of over $42,000. So why am I telling you this? Honestly, it's not to boast about the money that was made, but I'm telling you that in that one moment, when I did not want to do something, when I didn't want to get uncomfortable, not only did it bring income and resources to my family, but it gave me the opportunity to help solve problems for my clients, to be a resource for them, and to develop relationships that I know will benefit all of us for years to come. So real estate agents, when you're tired, when you're beat down, of course, listen to your body. But if you have a little bit of go in you, go ahead and do the hard things, because when you do something hard, it will blow your mind how you will be blessed in the end. All right, y'all, if you made it to the end of this video, and if you kept up with the numbers and you're not subscribed to my channel, I really don't know what you're doing with your life. And if you are a real estate agent and you're not connected with me on social media so that we can connect and mastermind, again, I don't know what's going on. So go ahead and subscribe, connect with me on Instagram, and y'all have a great day.